A very good evening once again. Thank you for joining us for the 10 o'clock edition of the UBC News Tonight. I'm your news anchor, Wadulo Mark Arnold, and it's going to be an hours-long bulletin. So do sit tight as we do inspire you. Let's take a look at the headlines tonight. In our headlines tonight, President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni hosts President William Ruto at State House in Entebbe. Families urged to unite for wealth creation and poverty alleviation. 16 priests and 3 deacons ordained in Kabari. And Bishop Chibuka urges priests to embrace preaching the word of God. Thank you for joining us. We'll now give you the news in detail. President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni has met and held discussions with the President of the Republic of Kenya, His Excellency William Samoei Ruto, at State House in Entebbe. During the brief meeting, President Museveni and his Kenyan counterpart discussed bilateral and regional issues of mutual interest, as these highlights share with us. President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni has called upon married couples to adopt sound practices for wealth creation and collaborate in the fight against poverty. The president's message was conveyed by the Prime Minister, the Right Honorable Robina Nabanja, at the wedding reception of Engineer Benon Kasasira and Annette, held at Lakeview Hotel in Imbalala.
President Museveni has emphasized the importance of couples working together to establish a financially self-sufficient, stable household. He underscored the significance of joint investments and projects that generate wealth and income. The effort aims at liberating families from poverty's grasp and contribute to the nation's socio-economic transformation.
You are advised to work together as a couple on investments, on projects that create wealth and income to the family. With the above knowledge, you will be able to liberate yourselves from poverty and contribute to the socio-economic transformation of your country.
President Museveni also acknowledged the role of the youth within the NRM government and urged the Kasasira family to remain steadfast in their marital commitments and encourage the public to embrace the African tradition of communal child upbringing, where raising children becomes a shared responsibility.
In the tradition of Africa, children belong not only to the family and clan, but also the entire community. Children also had a responsibility of meeting the community's expectations. They were expected to contribute to the development, welfare, and survival of their communities, as well as maintaining the culture norms and treasures. The young generation is so unfortunate that the above good traditional way of life is being eroded. That is the reason our society is now riddled by a number of socio-economic problems such as homosexuality and a number of other social and moral diversions.
This event highlights President Museveni's continuous efforts to empower families through effective wealth creation strategies and shared responsibilities.
I wish to thank Engineer Beno Asasa for walking in his father's footsteps. I encourage you to keep the mantle and sustain your parents' legacy alive. I implore you and your wife to work hard and establish yourselves. I believe that you will exhibit excellency, promote a spirit of patriotism and hard work, given the good background and family foundation of your parents.
1.5, ladies and gentlemen,
The Catholic Church has been challenged to join hands with government in the fight against poverty. Minister for Information, Communications, Technology and National Guidance, Dr. Chris Baryomosi, says that coming together will aid the fight against poverty. This was during the ordaining of 3 deacons and 16 Catholic priests at Our Lady of Good Shepherd Rushoroza Catholic Parish in Kabale District.
Early morning on Saturday, a clerical procession advances to conduct a special mass. This is at Our Lady of Good Shepherd, Rushoroza Catholic Parish in Kabale District. It is led by Right Reverend Kalistiru Baramira on a day chosen to ordain new Catholic Church leaders.
Reverend Deacon
3 deacons and 16 priests have affirmed their commitment to spiritual service through these oaths. Remaining celibate is one of the commitments. As they prostrate before the Almighty, it is a journey worth upholding. No sooner had they been ordained into their new challenges than they were dressed in the new attire, confirming their new assignments. The occasion was graced by Dr. Chris Baryomosi on behalf of the government. He called upon the Catholic Church and other religious institutions to join hands with government in fighting poverty,
on ensuring that they empower the population to get out of poverty, to address concerns of health and healthcare, education, so that our Christians, our people, can enjoy a good quality of life.
As for the funding withdrawal from the World Bank, Baryomosi says Uganda will not bow to pressure to embrace immorality.
If World Bank or any other foreign partners thought that we enjoy the partnership because they must force things like homosexuality on us, no. that one then we shall say no. Even if you cut the money, Uganda shall not cross.
As for the ordained priests, it is a path worth taking to serve the Lord.
Knowing that I have become an altar Christ, another Christian of whom every day I ask that he can keep me in his footsteps, I know that he will always be there to keep me moving and, of course, focused on my mission.
Indeed, what remains is adhering to the oath and administering spirituality, as earlier on emphasized by Bishop Kalisti Rubaramira of Kigezi Diocese. Henry Okrut, UBC in Kabale District.
The Speaker of Parliament, Right Honourable Anita Among, has invited all members of Parliament and ministers to join her on Monday, 14th August 2023, and to receive the Senior Presidential Advisor on Special Operations, General Muhoozi Kainerugaba, as he kicks off his 2 days tour to Teso sub-region. The Speaker was addressing hundreds of guests who turned up at her country home in Bukedia district for the Thanksgiving ceremony at an event which attracted the who is who in the country.
In Aireire village, Kamtu sub-county, Bukedia district, there lies this palace-like facility which the Speaker of Parliament, Right Honourable Anita Among, calls a home. Aireire, remote as it is, 2 years ago, if not all, I'm sure no one ever dreamt of having the country's number 3 come from this area. It is on this note that the light-spoken Anita Among has invited hundreds of her friends on Sunday 13th August 2023 for a thank you Lord reception at her home.
Blessed are you, God our Father, for your gift of this family, of this home as the dwelling place of this family. Grant that those who live here and this family are gathered may obtain the gifts of the Holy Spirit.
The Bishop of Soroti Diocese, Right Reverend Joseph Oliach Echiru, led the Thanksgiving Mass.
Always have this in mind, that all that we have here is temporary. All that we have here is transitory. As we use them, we must always seek that which is permanent. We must always seek that which is lasting.
Donned in a white silver-like dress, flanked by her spouse, Anita Among believes it is by God's grace that she has made it up to where she is today.
I don't believe in anything else. Our parliament is built on the faith that we have and the God that we serve.
The front bench of guests included the former Vice President of Uganda and Speaker Emeritus Edward Chwanuka Sekandi and ministers. For members of Parliament took up the largest share of the sitting and parking slots.
Honourable members, I have never had an opportunity to thank you. Sincerely thank you so much for the overwhelming support you gave me to become a deputy speaker first. Overwhelming support you gave me to become a deputy speaker and then a speaker, that the position we are holding.
For the former Vice President of Uganda as well as Speaker of Parliament Edward Chwanuka Sekandi says indeed Anita has all the reasons to thank God.
I therefore, on behalf of all Ugandans, I warmly congratulate you upon your successful candidature as the Speaker of 11th August House, Parliament of Uganda. In my capacity as a former Deputy Speaker of Parliament and Speaker of Parliament, I also congratulate you upon your successful hosting of a recently concluded budget reading. Right Honorable Speaker, in this era of great scrutiny of Parliament by the public, you have demonstrated transparency of the parliamentary processes and accountability, thus increasing public trust.
In her concluding remarks to the plenary-like audience, the Speaker invited everyone to join her as she receives the Senior Presidential Advisor on Special Operations, General Kanerugaba, who is arriving in Teso on Monday, 14th August 2023.
I have a function tomorrow, and I want to direct. You know why I got a list of members who are here today? Because I want cross-check tomorrow. Who has defied the directive? I want to direct all members who are around and those who are about to arrive to attend that function. Kindly attend that function. Tomorrow I am going to receive my brother MK in Kachumbala. Once your leader speaks, you all speak the same language, okay? Hallelujah!
As the men of God left the podium, the reception was turned to a party after party as guests danced and whined. Robert Nyango and Gloria Gwitabinji for UBC News in Bukedea.
The Bishop of Evangelical Orthodox Church in Uganda, Bishop Jacinto Chibuka, has tasked government to cut budgets and expenses for less important agendas and punish all corrupt officials. Chibuka made these remarks at the ordination ceremony and confirmation of 9 servants of God into priesthood and deacons at Mamre International Prayer Center, Namugongo, Janda.
The ceremony to ordain and confirmation of 9 servants of God into priesthood and deacons at the Mamre International Prayer Center commenced with a procession amidst cheers from the congregation as parents and guardians of the new church ministers escorted them in celebrations. 3 priests, 6 deacons and 1 nun were confirmed by the Bishop of Evangelical Orthodox Church, Bishop Jacinto Chibuka. Bishop Chibuka asked the congregation whether anyone had a reason to stop the 10 from attaining their different church honors. Noticing no element of resistance, he consecrated and confirmed them, and they prostrated in confirmation of their faith and loyalty to the church.
Waliwo alina ekigambo kyonna basajja bano beesa mwimuke Christian namwe mwimuka abagenda okufuuka obusaserooti. Waliwo alina ekigambo kyonna kyabamanyiiko era ayinza okubuuza era ayinza okutubuulira lwaki tebasaanidde kubeera basaserooti ba Katonda. Kale kabatuule sirabye ng'obulamu bw'oyingiramu okusaba ng'okuuma n'okukwata byonna ebisibwa kuweereza bino naddala okusomanga buli baaliyo omuli essaala z'ekereziya n'okusabira ensi yonna omaliridde.
In his sermon, Bishop Chibuka urged the newly confirmed servants of God to put the proclamation of the word of God to the forefront instead of soliciting money from believers.
Getting empowered today to proclaim the word of God, to celebrate the sacred mysteries for the people. And you don't ask money from the people. Like we have
had in the Constitution.
Bishop Jacinto Chibuka asked the government to cut budgets and expenses for all national activities that are not vital at the moment and punish corrupt civil servants, especially at the time when the World Bank withdrew its support and funding to Uganda.
Enough natural resources, God-given resources. Therefore, I urge every member of the government to make sure there is equal distribution of resources. These resources must not be taken as personal, but every Ugandan must share from them. We can still revise our budgets so that we spend money on only necessary and essential commodities and programs. Things of extravagance, party here after party after party must stop, so that we use our money responsibly, and someday we shall be victorious. We are not the only country that World Bank has stopped from borrowing money. Many other countries have resented homosexuality, and things are normal. Therefore, we shall still move on. But that cannot make us devil worshippers because of money. We shall not surrender our souls to the devil in the name of money. Same line, as we are looking at resetting ourselves and systems, corruption must be taken seriously. People who are embezzling public funds must be eliminated from the public or civil services. They must get out in any way. There is no way now you can steal from your own. The little money that we are remaining up with is our own money, is Ugandan money. Therefore, government must look diligently and critically on those people that embezzle our public funds.
The newly confirmed in the Evangelical Orthodox Church included Ugandan and Congolese nationals. I'm Ivan Juko for UBC.
The call for Ugandans living abroad to invest their earnings back home as a swift means to amass wealth and create job opportunities for fellow citizens within the country was echoed strongly in Canada. The third Deputy Prime Minister, Hajat Isanga Lukia Nakadama, conveyed this message during the inauguration of the second Canada NRM Symposium 2023 held in Toronto, Canada.
The third Deputy Prime Minister Hajat Isanga Lukia Nakadama, the Presidency Minister Mire Babalanda, the Lands Minister Judith Namakoba, the Ugandan Ambassador to Canada Joy Ruth Acheng, NRM representatives and other dignitaries graced the event of the second Canada NRM Symposium in Toronto, Canada. The chairman of the NRM Canada chapter and chief organizer, Chinende Fred, emphasized that the conference aimed to foster unity among party members and deliberate on collaborative efforts between Ugandans and the government for mutual development.
We welcome everyone. We welcome people who are around, who have traveled all the way from different provinces, and then we welcome people who have traveled all the way from Africa, US, Europe, and all around the world for this second edition of the NRM Chapter Symposium.
Keynote speakers such as Ugandan Ambassador to Canada Joy Ruth Acheng and NRM spokesperson Rogers Mulindwa reiterated the importance of synergizing with the government to enhance Uganda's progress.
At the Uganda High Commission, we've always advised and encouraged our children who are in Canada to go back and build home. We're also offering services at the Uganda High Commission. I still want to thank my president because he sent us to be economic diplomats.
Lands Minister Judith Nawakoba and the Presidency Minister Mire Babalanda emphasized the significance of land development and robust security measures for the nation's advancement.
Before, all transactions were being held in Kampala, but as we speak now, we have 22 regional offices to faster the processes of land acquisition.
I'm called upon to invite serious investors to invest in Uganda. I can authoritatively confirm that there will be good return on your investments because Uganda is safe and secure.
We want to commend the Ugandan community in Canada for championing a positive cause of creating awareness about NRM in the diaspora. And it will be my appeal to everybody in the rest of the world that if you were Ugandan out there, emulate the Canada NRM chapter and keep the flag of your party up.
The third Deputy Prime Minister Hajati Isanga Lukiana Kadama advised Ugandans to channel their investments into the country.
I'm calling everybody, those who are NRM cadres, the well-wishers of NRM, the Canadians who love NRM, and all those people who wish to join NRM. You are all welcome. And I think we are going to be very happy when we see all those who wish to join NRM. It is an opportunity for all of you to come and hear so that you can come home and invest in Uganda, because we expect the people who are in the diaspora to come and join Uganda's economy, and we need to boost it by you people who are already outside Uganda, because East or West home is best.
Sudat Kai and Wycliffe Mudach, UBC News.
Napak district residents want government to take decisive action against child trafficking perpetrators by introducing mandatory, enforced and cost-free education for all children. Furthermore, the residents are also advocating for the creation of alternative sources of livelihood for families with the aim of eradicating the deeply troubling issue of child trafficking. Details in this report.
There are distressing reports being told by repatriated children who managed to escape from major urban centers such as Kampala, Mbale and Nairobi within Napak District's Karamoja sub-regions.
So when the cows were stolen, it was a challenge. The child started crying. The child would crying for milk, what. So she told She told the sister to the child that maybe you do what? You take the child to look for something to eat. So I think the daughter, and this is the child, to the one who took the child. So after Ash Wednesday, she received the call that the child has disappeared. Sister went with the child to beg in Kampala. I think they went to buy some other things. So on the process of coming back, when it was now time to board the bus, yes, they got that they found out that the child was lost.
Some families have revealed that their children have been unaccounted for, ranging from 2 to over 10 years. In fact, there are reports of over 30 children missing from the streets of Kampala, where they had been forced into begging.
She's a girl child and she was 4 years old. It is now 11 years. She's 15. Stayed there like for 3 years looking for the child up to now. So she just decided to come back of recent when it was time for cultivation.
How long has it taken when the child is missing?
Said 9 years.
So according to him, like now this list that he has brought here, in the first place the government will respond to look for the children. And if the children are brought back by the government to their villages, to their families, the government also should have extra effort, maybe to do something that can sustain the children from their families so that they don't go back where they were. And also those who are in school, maybe the government should support them. Maybe when they come for holidays, at least the government maybe should be having some project that can sustain the children.
Cecilia Moru, a resident of Kailikonga village, shares the heart-rending story of her granddaughter who vanished from Kampala's streets 2 years ago. Taken to beg by her biological mother, Longole Maria was eventually returned to her grandparents' care, while her mother continued searching for her elder sister.
They were alone on the street with the sibling. The mother had sent them with some other lady to go and beg. So as they were seated along the street, the child disappeared, and it was in the night. So they tried to look for the girl, but the child disappeared. So they had to call their mother. And then the mother came. They were alone. They tried looking for the child and they failed to get the child, so they had to take her back home.
There are distressing accounts from families who have lost children reveal a troubling pattern. Many victims are deceived by their own parents, relatives, friends, or guardians who promise to send money home but exploit them in street begging. She and Napak District Resident District Commissioner Dennis Okori emphasize how parents and guardians often benefit from child trafficking.
Money for these children on the streets. They are the ones aiding the children stay on the streets. They are the ones benefiting from this. We have evidences of parents receiving money on a monthly basis of the children.
Controlled by adult people who position them in different streets of Kampala. So we don't have to think that these children go freely to Kampala, particularly the smaller one. They are kind of forced by family or taken by people who deceive family and that they are going to have a better life in Kampala.
Agents have been recruited to act on their behalf. Now you have someone owning 40 children in Kampala because they have an agent in Napak who is moving to a village and enticing children, parents to give them their children for them to take to Kampala street begging.
In 2021, around 3,500 children from the districts were identified on the streets of Kampala, a number that appears to have risen since then. Despite the government's efforts and collaboration with partners to reintegrate these children into their families, many end up returning to the streets, often facing community stigmatization.
NGOs which are rescuing one child for the fourth time, and you feel the statistics is not good.
Follow-up, constant follow-up, because the support we get from partners is like a one-off where you dress and resettle, but then you do not have that kind of support to do constant follow-up to see whether the children are still there or they have gone. It's possible that the ones that are returned from the streets may not get back to the streets within Uganda, but prefer to get outside the country.
Is that this recycling, it is addressing a symptom, but it's not addressing the root problem of the issues of child trafficking.
Underlying this troubling issue are pervasive poverty and hunger in the region. Many affected children come from Napak District's Karamoja sub-region, particularly from Matani, Lokopo and Lopei sub-counties.
Has refused to give them food. That's why you see all the guidance. Every year, our women and us participate in agriculture, but we get nothing. So it is on that
lack of access to schools, education, broken family.
Someone owning 40 children in Kampala because they have an agent in Napak who is moving to a village and enticing children, parents to give them their children for them to take to Kampala.
While some children, like 13-year-old Joy Rose Lolebo and 10-year-old Martin Lowanyang, have been successfully reunited with their families and are attending school, others continue to face dire circumstances.
She told us to go to the street, me and my sister, to beg for some money. As we were begging for some money, there is an organization which came. It was helping children.
That's the time we find it is a challenge. They want to escape. They're fighting. They don't want to be in class. But as the time goes on, we keep talking to them one by one, giving them future and hope.
6-year-old Eseda Nachiru is attending school, yet her parents remain elusive.
The creation process, we failed to get where to place the girl. We looked for the relatives in all of Napak, we could not get. Even we took the photos to the village, different villages, no one recognized the photos.
The children's journey from Karamoja to Kampala is fraught with challenges and vulnerabilities. They hold dreams for a brighter future.
What do you want to be in the future?
Always tell them study so that tomorrow we are going to be the people coming back here in Karamoja to help these other children, these other parents who have not yet known the best of the schools and the best of education.
Children reintegrated in society after enduring street life share harrowing experiences.
Sexual workers, but not only, some are impregnated and the children are given away, horrible things that they share with us.
Sister Fernanda Christinelli coordinates the women's desk at Moroto Diocese, playing a vital role in rescuing street children in Kampala.
After we have identified them, we take the children back, we really follow them up for a period of 2 years so that we make sure that the children have not gone back.
Efforts to combat child trafficking are underway, although stakeholders partially blame parents for failing to protect their children. Officials from Napak district, along with partners, diligently work to eradicate this reprehensible practice, although challenges persist, including perceived inadequacies in punishments for trafficking.
The NGOs can come on board and give us parasocial workers, support them with facilitation, transport, airtime, to make sure that they coordinate the child's well-being in the community. They go and give psychosocial support to the children.
Radical action. Should any mother or a parent's phone leaving a child going to Kampala? It's about mapping. That's all it can be. You can arrest that one, prosecute, and the rest can learn a lesson from there.
States that if a child is brought back from the streets and we trace the family, then we should be able to bring the parents to book.
Addressing this grave involves tackling the legal aspects of child trafficking and bolstering household income, alongside providing quality education for all children. This multifaceted strategy aims to secure a future free from the clutches of child trafficking.
We managed to arrest 7, 5 women and 2 men were intercepted, and all of them are in prison.
The sentences that we have currently, 6 months for people who are got guilty, 6 months, which we feel is not adequate enough for someone to transform and to get knowledge.
If their parents are supported economically, they should be able to do some work. And when these children come back from home, because they are used to begging there, they should be able to integrate in this family kind of business, and they should be able to get occupied. And that
situation is further complicated by children trafficked to Nairobi, Kenya, where they endure unimaginable hardships. Collaborative efforts between the government and concerned stakeholders are crucial to implementing lasting solutions, ensuring the well-being and future of Napak's children. Story filed by Maureen Yeager, News Tonight.
The Deputy Vice-Chancellor, Makerere University Finance and Administration, Dr. Henry Alinaitwe, has pledged the institution's willingness to support the Lions Club of Makerere University to improve students and the pupils' well-being. This was during a working visit by the District Governor, 401-1B, Uganda, Dr. Stanley Bubikire, to Lions Club of Makerere University projects and activities. Bubikire is currently the leader of the Lions Club of Uganda 411B, numbering 56 and still counting.
So what I want to say is that Makerere is open to collaboration. Makerere benefits from these activities. If you've got your project and you want to work with our students, again, let us know. Let us know. You know, these days people are promoting many things. I'm sure
the district governor for 11B, Uganda, Dr. Stanley Bubikire, has visited the Lions Club of Makerere University projects and community service activities and commended the academia for supporting the less privileged members of the community around the university.
Clubs like Makerere Club, we are about 48,000 clubs all over the world in about 200 countries. I want to say that in Uganda we have 60 clubs scattered all over Uganda. For example, we have clubs in Arua, Nyapeya, Pakwach. I'm going to the extremes.
Governor Dr. Bubikire was received at Makerere University by the Deputy Vice-Chancellor, Finance and Administration, Dr. Henry Alinaitwe, and the Lions Club and Leos of Makerere University, led by the club's president, Emmanuel Opolot.
The message is services with passion from the bottom of our hearts. But our international president from Canada, Dr. Patty Hill, her theme is changing the world, and we are saying we can change the world through provision of services with passion.
Bubikire explained that this year emphasis will be on escalating humanitarian services to the less fortunate members of the communities in Uganda under the theme Service with Passion and with Humility, Dedication and Commitment.
In other words, if I participate in the Lions Club and we build maybe a well somewhere, and I have documentation, that counts also for my elevation to the rank of professor.
I know.
So you can see the connection. So therefore,
Alinaitwe received the governor on behalf of the university and pledged support to Lions Clubs of Makerere University and District 411B, Uganda generally. The Lions Club and Leos of Makerere University showcased to the governor some of the activities and services they render, including support to Bless a Child Foundation Uganda, located in Makerere Chikoni, founded by Brian Walusimbi.
As Lions, we have focus areas. One is indeed childhood cancer. That's the reason we always come around. The other one is the hunger. That's why we have also come along with the cake to share with the children. The other is with vision, then the environment. We have also diabetes. And then DG might say there are other areas.
It's a pleasure to see you and your lovely wife. Thank you so much for visiting us and honoring the invitation. We are very excited because now we know that we are in safe hands. Yes,
the governor's visit to Makerere University, Lions and Leos clubs was crowned by a board meeting and grand luncheon held at the university's guest house. He asked the club to step up its service activities in order to attract more volunteers into the club, explaining that efforts are on to raise the global membership from the current 1.4 million in over 48,000 Lions Club to at least 1.5
so we'll not take up time.
World. The main activities of Lions Clubs International range from Lions Quest, Sight First, Relieve the Hunger, Special Kids Care, Women Empowerment, Environment, Youth Empowerment and Child Care, among others.
We can change the world by putting smiles, which we are doing. We are all doing on this show. Then we can change the world through those services with passion. And I think this is one of the services where you need a lot of passion.
The Lions Club's international headquarters is Illinois, USA, and is the world's largest service organization. I'm Nafka Farida and Deo Habimani.
Now, only days after Uganda commemorated the first International Self-Care Day on Friday, a group of businessmen under Lira Fitness and Health Club have spoken out to the benefits of self-care and well-being. The Ministry of Health is currently promoting the institutionalization on self-care to improve the health and productivity of Ugandans.
Uganda commemorated the first self-care day on Friday in Dokolo district. According to the Ministry of Health, when embraced, self-care will reduce the number of illnesses. Lira Fitness and Health Club is among the groups who have testified to this initiative. This is Reverend Martin Ogwal, the Bishop of Faith Mission. He does this every evening from 5 to 6. The 70-year-old says aerobics has made him much younger to stand and preach for hours. But this wasn't the case before.
It's terrible, that's good. It has helped me a lot.
The director, Chambers of Commerce for Northern Uganda, is the chairperson, Lira Fitness and Health Club. The 67-year-old says he had been battling pressure and diabetes. To him, the sigh of relief is coming from the daily exercise.
And my diabetes has slowed down. I used to be 180, 160. Now I am 120, 130. Sometimes I even came to 110. We have even formed our association. We have formed our circles, but you old people, particularly with these non-communicable diseases, you come, you will kill yourself. I've done to myself.
Yes.
Bosco has also acquired skills in self-defense.
You try me, you are finished. I will kick you out. So
the group that began with a few members now has 33 in total, including women. Susanna Kidi says it was very challenging to begin, but after weeks she has begun to feel healthier and more flexible.
But also my weight was really terrible and was threatening because I would feel numbness, you know. When I sleep, I would feel that this side of the body is numb, the legs is numb. But these days I'm very okay.
Every evening, members converge at Lira Town College Playground for aerobics instructed by former Vice President Uganda Taekwondo Federation. Hosendro, who is excited with his clients, wants to partner with the Ministry of Health and other partners.
You know, when people are not sick, they will not be blaming government, that the government is not giving us medical services. We go to hospitals, we don't get this ABCD. It wasn't easy, you know. At the beginning when I introduced this, I started with less than 6 people. They were still not yet believing that they can do. And there were those ones who could also discourage their friends saying no.
The Ministry of Health has already tested the guideline for self-care in Mukono district and will be launched soon for a countrywide use. Eddie Olwa, UBC News.
The mayor of Makinje Division, Alhaji Ali Molyanyama, has marked his birthday with a heartfelt gesture by donating clothes, essential household items, food and money to the Nsambia Babies Home in Nsambia within Makinje Division. He chose to celebrate his special day with the children of the Nsambia Babies Home, sharing his joy and blessings with them.
The mayor, Haj Ali Mulyanyama, and his family, along with colleagues, were warmly received at the Nsambia Babies Home. The children and staff of the home welcomed them with a cheerful performance of the birthday songs, filling the atmosphere with joy.
Happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you, happy birthday to our mayor. Wow! Happy birthday to you.
The administrator of the Child Welfare Adoption Society, Sister Maria Teddy, extended a warm welcome to the visiting guests, including the mayor, to the Nsambia Babies Home. She expressed gratitude for the mayor's thoughtful donation, which fulfilled a long-standing need for supplies for the children.
He has brought here his birthday, and we thank even the team who has organized. The babies, our children have been so happy to receive him, to receive the things he has donated. We are so happy that he has donated several things, the eats, the clothes, shoes, and the mention even the everything, even sugar, bread. I can't even say. Able to care for these children or babies. The moment we get them, we have to protect them, give them good life, feeding, clothing, and again we have to trace for their relatives out there.
With an average intake of over 30 children each month, the donation of various items such as food, clothing, shoes, dolls and monetary assistance was highly appreciated. During his visit, Mayor Haj Ali Mulyanyama celebrated with the children by sharing meals and drinks, cutting a cake and presenting them with gifts. He also used the opportunity to appeal to the public, particularly those who are able, to prioritize support for those who care for the orphaned and vulnerable children.
But I have been doing this, but this one was special just for my birthday. That's why the difference is since my birthday. The little you have to share with this one, the needy. Because sometimes you have clothes, you have shoes in our houses, which is not used now. So I'm appealing to the public or those who have to help the needy.
He called upon the public to participate in an upcoming fundraising event scheduled for September 30th at the Nsambya Babies Home.
We are going to build a house here, some building house, a big one. You see, because now the number is becoming more and more because there is something space here. So that's why I'm calling for those who have a weight to give us a hand.
The charity fundraiser aims to generate funds for the medical needs of the children as well as for the efforts related to tracing and reuniting children with their parents. Mayor Ali Mlenyama's gesture of compassion and the shared celebration with the children of Nsambya Babies Home serves as an example of the community's commitment to supporting those in need and ensuring a brighter future for the vulnerable children. Sudat Kaye and Jamil Sekaja, UBC News.
It's super fast internet. Oh, it's a super camera. It's a super battery.
Phone battery full.
Yeah, it's a super deal. Get the Kabode Super from MTN now at a reduced initial deposit of only 49,000 shillings and pay the balance in Pola for as low as 833 shillings per day. Grab this Super Kabode deal this Christmas and get 2 GB of free MTN data every month for 8 months. Get the Kabode Super now from any MTN shop countrywide. Everywhere you go, MTN. Regulated by UCC.
Uganda's oil and gas activities are undertaken in line with the updated environment legislation and benchmarked on international best practice standards in order to continuously ensure coexistence between the oil activities and Uganda's rich biodiversity. Following the award of the Environment and Social Impact Assessment certificates for the Kingfisher, Tilenga and East African crude oil pipeline projects, various environmental and social management plans have also been developed to ensure sustainable development of the projects. The Petroleum Authority of Uganda is working with other regulatory bodies to monitor all oil and gas activities to enhance compliance and environment protection during oil activities. The Petroleum Authority of Uganda, creating lasting value in Uganda's oil journey.
Upgrade your lifestyle with the all-new entry-loaded Chillax voice bundles. Now, call all networks in Uganda with Chillax voice bundles. Call all networks, no expiry, no worries. Dial *100 *1# and select call all networks. Airtel, a reason to imagine. Are you tired of high fees and slow transfer time when sending money? Airtel Money is here to revolutionize the way you move your money. We have revised our rates back to ground. Sending money from Airtel to other networks in Uganda, East Africa, and to the rest of the world has never been more affordable. Dial *185# and start sending money. Switch to Airtel Money today and experience unbeatable rates and top-notch services for all your local and international money transfer needs. Airtel Money. Instant, secure, borderless.
Juko. Yo. Check the shopping, man. What's your secret?
Haven't you heard of the parish development model PDM?
Yes, I did, but I thought it was just a talk.
No, it is real. I and a few friends together formed a circle, accessed money from the PDM, invested in a portrait project, and now things are moving.
Juko. I thought I was one of your friends.
You are.
But you left me behind.
I didn't leave you in poverty. We want
you do, just visit your LC2 chairperson and your parish chief, and start the process of economic transformation. Just like that. The parish development model is an initiative from the government of Uganda through the Ministry of Local Government, designed to transform all lives of Ugandans for the better. PDM, my parish, my development, my life.
These days, our homes are no longer just the places we live. It's where we attend meetings, go to class, keep each other safe, and entertain ourselves. To do this smoothly, you need a reliable internet connection. Buy the MTN WakaNet router, which connects up to 32 devices and gets a free 40 GB data bundle at only 149,000 shillings. Or buy the MTN WakaNet MiFi at only 75,000 shillings and enjoy a free 15 GB bundle to stream, study, work, and play on the go. Visit any MTN service center to buy the MTN WakaNet router or MiFi and enjoy the internet that does amazing things.
Welcome back. You're still watching the UBC News Tonight, broadcasting live from Nile Avenue. Now, in the world of business, the woman member of parliament for Amulata district is advocating for the promotion of perennial crops to alleviate the economic status of the majority of farmers trapped in poverty. Speaking to over 400 VSLA groups from Amulata district, Dr. Agnes Atim Apia supported the groups with 135 million with a call to prioritize coffee growing as one of the country's major cash crops. Details in this report.
Majority of Ugandan farmers are still struggling to get out of poverty. Besides different government interventions, 39% is said to be practicing subsistence agriculture.
So for me, that is really it is not that we are lazy, but for me, I think it's either a culture or a mindset. That when whatever we have, we use it all. Tomorrow we start again. Maybe that's why we grow crops of 3 months. After 3 months we are done, we go back again. For me, it's really a mindset issue and it's a cultural issue that we need to confront.
The VSLA concept is one of the strategies that has been used to support poor households to get out of poverty. But Apea, who is also a development expert, says the concept will not yield much with the current mentality where most saving groups end up using their savings for festivity celebrations. While delivering her personal support of 135 million and VSLA kits from Microfinance Support Center to groups in her constituency, Dr. Apea urged the groups to prioritize coffee as one of the most valuable crops in the country.
We've got to embrace the culture of work, we've got to embrace the culture of investment, we've got to embrace the culture of saving. Our biggest problem as a region, we do not know, we are not patient, we don't invest in things that take long. Okay, that is why other regions you see members of parliament distributing coffee. Coffee takes 5 years, but here if you give a community coffee, they will say, this one, what's wrong with you? So this, what I'm doing today, it's really inculcate the spirit or the mindset of investment.
The groups were trained by Microfinance Support Center.
So far I have 458 groups trained. We did the training between the periods of January to March. That way we were preparing these people in line of financial literacy, how to keep their records, mindset change. Some of us are poor today not because we are supposed to be poor, but our minds are fixed to a certain behavior.
Despite the challenges, the local beneficiaries say the support is timely and will boost their businesses.
Dau lil, dau chiemo, dau maro, akara shwarwa ya wurko itich, akara pukeli wa shente. No what if it?
Uyate wurte group wani, uti denu chene wani, kau denu chene ni, uti word, ticha kukere business wani.
Local leaders of Bushenyi region from districts including Mitoma and Rubirizi have hailed government for its Skilling Uganda project and the General Vision 2040 program that has helped alleviate unemployment and improved household incomes. This was during a familiarization tour of Uganda Technical College Bushenyi, which is formerly known as Kahaya. What the leaders advise is a revision on the fees charged to enable more people acquire these hands-on skills.
And what we have found here is actually actualizing the dream of making Ugandans skilled. The infrastructure is there, and all the money that was brought, I'm seeing it here, 16 billion. And after the structures, they have really furnished them with everything to be used. So I am appealing to our parents. Don't take our young ladies and young boys to those courses which will not gain them much. Bachelor degree, bachelors in arts, being around campus. Bring them here, because Vision 2040 is not going to be actualized unless if we bring our learners here.
What we have seen here is very, very important. And really I want to thank the NRM government for this hardware. What is inside really, everybody must appreciate when he or she reaches here. What is very important as leaders, we need to make sure that we make aware of our young people, specifically within our region. To know that really here, this is a center of excellence.
The state-of-the-art equipment which has been installed here, it is no doubt that is a lot of money, worth billions of money. And I have no doubt, because the training will be also to that tune. Installation is now done, and in September we are now admitting the first cohort to benefit from this training. But also very, very important for the RDCs to take our voice, that much as the government has put money here, these courses are very expensive for the local person. It is almost not affordable, because the original design of this program, the unit cost per trainee is about 12 million. And also the design catered for 80% contribution from government. By then it was a project which has wound up, and 20% from the parent. So the parents from Bweju, the parents from Rubirizi cannot afford.
And that brings us to the end of our UBC News tonight, this 13th day of August 2023. My name is Wadulo Mark Arnold, and allow us wish you a lovely week. Enjoy.